that we have to hold in this country, and we have to hold it in a very kind of religious way almost. People that gave everything.
Depends on whether a group of teenage girls can deliver a new RV to Clarence Thomas by midnight on Saturday night. Like, you think he'd be like, will you close the window? There's a breeze in here.
Cannot politicize fallen American soldiers come hell or high water. That is a red line you can't cross. He crossed it happily.
Did you hear about Trump's latest meltdown? It's not just any tantrum. This time, he's lost it over a comedian and a former Republican congressman. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great. Thank you so much. Now, back to the video. Jimmy Kimmel called him Donnie Diapers, and Adam Kinzinger said he can't do anything bigger than himself. Now Trump's threatening lawsuits and tweeting in all caps.
Kind of felt harmless, but this is a way to build the campaign coffers. So the news organizations, politicians, and then Donald Trump comes along.
It's like watching a toddler throw a fit, but this toddler used to be president.
President of the United States of America. There are some people who thrive under pressure, and there are some people who crack under pressure.
Basically, Trump is taking paychecks from federal employees at Christmas time to punish Congress for not paying for a wall he swore 500 times.
Remember when presidents acted all dignified and stuff? Well, Trump's latest stunt at Arlington National Cemetery proves he didn't get that memo. The orange man decided to swing by the hallowed grounds, probably thinking he'd look all official and presidential. But oh boy, did that backfire faster than you can say kafef. So picture this. Trump's there, surrounded by the graves of fallen heroes, and what does he do? Grin like he's at a MAGA rally and give thumbs up.
Companies are going to continue to come into the country, and they're doing it now, soon to be a record clip.
All these stores go out of business, right? They don't pay rent, the city doesn't have money. It's a chain of events that's so bad.
Yeah, you heard that right, in a cemetery. It's like he confused solemn respect with selfie time at Disneyland. But wait, it gets worse. Word on the street is that Trump's team actually shoved aside a cemetery worker just to get their perfect photo op. Talk about respecting the troops, huh? It's like watching a bull in a china shop, except the china shop is a sacred national monument and the bull is wearing a red tie. Now, you'd think visiting Arlington would be a slam dunk for looking presidential. Show up, look sad, say something about sacrifice. Easy peasy, right? But nope, not for our Donnie Diapers. He turned what should have been a moment of quiet reflection into a one-man circus act.
My party has just gone off the rails, and they no longer defend democracy, and it's like, that's what my calling is, to defend that.
First, veterans and families of fallen soldiers are, understandably, madder than a wet hen in a thunderstorm. Can you blame them? They came to honor their loved ones, not watch the Trump Show Cemetery Edition. Even Adam Kinzinger, a fellow Republican, couldn't keep quiet. He basically said, dude, you don't mess with fallen American soldiers. That's a big no-no.
Not run that part of the convention, which is, you know, it's kind of crazy for some channel that says it's fair and balanced.
When your own party starts calling you out, you know you've stepped in it deeper than your platform lifts.
Platform is immigrants are dangerous. Immigrants are killing our country. We have to stop the immigrants. It's a special holiday for the Trumps this year, and this could be the last Christmas Don Jr. will be able to spend with his dad without being separated by a glass part.
So what did we learn from Trump's Arlington adventure? That he can turn even the most somber occasion into a me moment. It wasn't about honoring heroes. It was about Trump being Trump again. It's like he's allergic to acting presidential or something. All right, folks, buckle up because Jimmy Kimmel's back from vacation and he's not pulling any punches. Remember when late night hosts used to tell knock-knock jokes? Well, those days are as gone as Trump's natural hair color. Kimmel's got a new nickname for the former president that's got everyone talking, tweeting, and probably a few people reaching for their blood pressure meds. So what's the name that's got Trump's toupee in a twist? Donnie Diapers. Yep, you heard that right. Kimmel's not just poking fun at Trump's policies anymore. He's going straight for the bottom. It's like watching a comedian roast a toddler, except the toddler used to have nuclear codes.
Depends on whether a group of teenage girls can deliver a new RV to Clarence Thomas by midnight on Saturday night. You know, he charged guests to this party $575 a head to come. Then last year, it went up to $750 a head.
Now, you'd think Trump would just ignore it, right? I mean, he's got bigger problems than a comedian making potty jokes. But nope. Our orange friend decided to throw a tantrum that would make a 2-year-old say, "Dude, chill." He's firing off all caps tweets faster than you can say Cuffy Faye, calling Kimmel a failed comedian and threatening lawsuits left and right. It's like watching a reality TV show, except it's real life, and the star used to be the leader of the free world. But Kimmel's not backing down. He's keeping the hits coming, saying things like, "Trump's got more indictments than Meryl Streep has Oscar nominations." Ouch, that's gotta sting more than a spray tan gone wrong. Here's the kicker though, while Trump's busy playing Twitter tug of war with a late night host, a whopping 60% of voters are sitting there thinking, maybe this guy isn't cut out for the Oval Office after all. It's like watching a train wreck in slow motion, except the train is covered in gold leaf and keeps insisting it's the best train ever.
This is what happens when Mr. Long Island meets Mr. Long Tie. You know, he charged guests to this party $575 a head to come. Then last year, it went up to $750 a head.
So what's next in this comedy circus? Will Trump start his own late-night show from Mar-a-Lago? Will Kimmel run for president? Or will we all wake up tomorrow and realize this was just a really weird dream brought on by too much late-night covfefe? Well, folks, it looks like Trump's gone from being the big cheese in the White House to being the butt of everyone's jokes. Who would have thought the guy who used to have his finger on the nuclear button would end up in a Twitter slap fight with a late-night comedian? It's like watching a reality show, except the stakes are way higher and the laugh track is the sound of democracy crying.
There's nobody like those people. This is very unusual when you hear a deep seek, when you hear somebody come up with something. We always have the ideas. We're always first. So
basically, Trump is taking paychecks from federal employees at Christmas time to punish Congress for not paying for a wall he swore 500 times.
But here's the real kicker. While Trump's busy tweeting in all caps and threatening lawsuits, a whopping 60% of voters are sitting there thinking, maybe this guy isn't cut out for the Oval Office after all. Even his own party members are jumping ship faster than rats from the Titanic. It's like the political version of the Emperor's New Clothes. And everyone's finally noticed that the Emperor is wearing nothing but a bad spray tan.
But you think he'd be like, "Will you close the window? There's a breeze in here." But not Donald Trump. His people genuinely surprised how people close to Trump haven't talked about the odor. It's truly something to behold. Wear a mask if you can.
So what's next in this political circus? Will Trump start his own late-night show from Mar-a-Lago? Will Kimmel run for president? Or will we all wake up tomorrow and realize this was just a really weird dream? One thing's for sure, 2024 is gonna be one wild ride. Grab your popcorn, folks.